former flesh merchant Mia Khalifa says that becoming religious in adulthood is a sign of low intelligence. I'm going to read her tweets.
She's a ridiculous person.
She needs to chill.
We're going to read the tweets. Where is the tweets? Oh, there she is. Shh, stop it. Stop being loud. Stop it. Thank you. Becoming hyper-religious in adulthood is a sign of low intelligence, not enlightenment. Stop this. There is nothing I find more beautiful than religion and people who have discipline to live their lives by it ethically and responsibly. But fuck these rising voices of fuckboys turned pastors and club rats turned women of God. What does it say? God selling a far right image. Y'all are degenerates with 501Cs and 3s. Come on, I don't know what that means.
But these are the same people who bat you there?
Yo, I don't know. She's on. So I don't like that it keeps playing that. You know, everyone knows who Mia Khalifa is. She got her claim to fame all by doing porn for like a year and then trying to denounce it and act like she was the victim in said situation. Meanwhile, participating in multiple videos.
And now she's trying to condemn people that turn to religion at a later age in life.
Well, and I guess like within the context of her messages that kind of acts self-righteous as a result. Like, like I used to be a fuck boy or fuck man. Basically, have frivolous sex or be constantly outside, and now you turned your life around. She doesn't like to see that. She thinks it's a sign of low intelligence if you try to get your life together later in life. So
okay.
By that verdict, though, I do not know when her threshold for intelligence would be. Like, how long do you have until you get your life together before you're considered retarded?
Yeah. Yo, there's some validity to what she's saying. Like, not in its entirety. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting your life together, like whatever age. As long as you're doing better than before, I guess that's a positive thing, you know?
Right.
But there's an amount of people that did complete bullshit with their life, and then they find Christ, and 15 minutes later, they act like they're better than other people, and now they shame people for not being religious, and then they're not even open to any, like, discussions about anything else. Everything is just God now. Like, they're almost like not responsible for anything. Like, God has me now.
So you still didn't get your life together?
Yeah,
like God, I give it to God. He's getting it together.
Yeah, or you think that you can be absolved of all the bad things you did
prior.
You know, I feel like you have to put at least like an equal amount of time in. So if you were like a shitty person for like 5 years,
yeah,
maybe you need like 5 years of Christ.
No,
you know what I
would
mean?
agree.
Or 5 years of reform, whatever that is.
I think that you know what's crazy, because the world is so, like, really it's all perspective and subjective, right? And in hindsight, it shouldn't. But like, people act like, okay, once I find Christ, then my past doesn't matter. Whatever I've done, say if I've shot 50 people, had sex with the abundance of the world, and like, you know, I'm just frivolous with my front or whatever, you know? I found Christ, so it doesn't matter because he forgave me. And so any man going forward shouldn't even matter. My past shouldn't matter because I found Christ. That is a common reoccurring thing I find amongst these people. And that is what's annoying. People got to take some accountability. I don't like when people use religion as a buffer or like a deflection of accountability. That's what pisses me off in this situation.
Yeah, especially with the Christianity thing. Like, I'm not super religious, but I do understand if you repent, then you're supposed to be forgiven in the eyes of God. But I still feel like God gave us discernment if following that rule, because I'm not even religious, but like, we're going to follow like some of the things I understand. God also gave you discernment. And I'm allowed to judge you for all the crazy shit you've been doing your whole life. I don't care if you've been going to church for the past 2 weeks. That's not my problem. What did you do for the past 12 years, okay?
Right.
You're shady. And I don't trust you. And I don't have to just because you pray now. Like, no, we're not doing that. Okay? Yeah, so at least...
You're even praying in the shade.
Yeah. The sun doesn't even shine when you open the book. See? Okay? Like, nobody wants to hear that. But if you can be consistent about your reformed life, and you've done that for a period of time where it seems like it's genuine, then I can accept that to be true, you know? But it's the same thing as somebody saying like, oh, I quit smoking. And it's like, oh, how long? 3 days.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, bro, give it some time before you come and tell me these things.
That last bogey's still in your blood.
If the man says, yo, I haven't smoked in 6 months, and you know that he used to smoke like damn near a pack a day. Bro, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And I can respect that, and I can acknowledge that you're a changed person.
So I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, Brittany Redder is still on her religious voyage.
Yeah.
Do the man respect her? Because remember, now we've given us some time.
Respect.
Now we've given us some time.
How long ago did we talk about that? 'Cause we did talk about that here.
Ooh, let's call
Like
it
at 2 months, 3 months.
It was no,
Longer
I
than
think it
that,
was longer than that.
less than a year. Can we
It's
say
less than a year, but
Okay,
let's say roughly like a 6 months, something like that.
Okay.
Oh no, that was Ruby Rose I was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more recent.
Yo,
yeah.
I still got
we talk,
lessons
we
to
talk
learn.
about Brittany Jenner at least like 6 months, I think.
Yeah.
And yo, she been going solid for 6 months. You're still not absolved because yo, you were scandalous for years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But yo,
But
we see you.
yo, there's a level of consistency that I can respect based on the visuals. I literally don't know what she's doing off camera, but let's assume it's
It's in
all
Cohesion.
this. Yeah. Then yo, it's all halal. That's funny. Yeah, I can respect it. You know.
word.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like an easy? I don't know. So, like, for example, the Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips thing. Actually, I have something about Lily Phillips right now too. If the matter money, Madam will go to it shortly. But how long do you think before they turn religious and want forgiveness, or just like, you don't turn the whole new leaf?
How long before they decide to turn religious, or how long before I'm gonna like respect what they've done?
No. How long?
It's a lot of years they
Hold on,
got to do
hold
for
on.
respect.
What?
You know what? No,
How much time do we
Two-part
have?
question.
Somebody
Two-part
might die
question.
waiting.
First off, I'm gonna say
Immortality.
just like, okay, the first one, just hypothesis. How long do you think until they make the religious turn of a leaf? So that's the first question. And
Okay.
secondly, how long do they need to be religious to earn your respect?
Holy.
Yeah.
Second
Two-part
question
question.
is
All right, so the first one is it's really impossible to determine. I don't know if religion or Christ or anything is even relevant to those people. I don't know. What if they're gonna go on and be scandalous for like until they get old enough that it's no longer marketable?
Right.
You know? Then I wouldn't really count that as reform. It's like, yo, you got put out the game. Like you can't compete anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So I can't really determine. They've done some pretty extreme things, and like I don't know if you just reform that. You know?
Okay. Now, second question. If they just turn the new leaf,
Yeah.
how long do they need to be busting up the Bible to get your respect?
Like roughly never. Like just about never.
No. Give me a
It's not
figure, man.
happening.
You can So you're saying there's no forgiveness in Mitch's heart?
It's not really okay. You know what? Okay, I guess I have to separate the two. Like for me to respect you as like a dateable woman, you know, like somebody
Yes.
to be with,
Yes.
absolutely never gonna happen. You are filthy. No way. Okay, and that is forever. I'm sorry. 1,000 people, you're crazy. But for me
I
to
was just in one day, you know.
people don't even do that in a lifetime. You did it in 24 hours. Like what kind of
so
creature are you, bro?
A loose one.
There's nothing you
She's
can
a loose
do.
cannon.
There's nothing
okay?
you can do for her.
Yeah. But if she decides, or the pair of them decide that they're no longer going to do this and they're going to change their life, I mean, yo, if like 5 years goes by and they're not doing no porn and they're like just doing regular people shit, and I'm like, all right, shit, they probably 5 years is a long time. Like you haven't done any of that old stuff in 5 years at all.
Give that old stuff.
Anything.
Not even a slip up?
Yeah, like bro, that's a long time. So I'd have to respect that.
So
as it
5
is.
years.
What if she braced?
Oh, hold on, nigga.
Okay.
Hold on, nigga. 5 years?
Whatever. Look, she could be weird at home, okay? You can't take the weird out of
She
it.
braced it by herself? Yo, that's fine.
Yo, because you're already far gone. Like, I don't imagine that you're going to stop doing everything. But I mean, doing porn and just being frivolous with other people. Like, if you don't do that for 5 years, and like, yo, I don't think you're going to go and start doing it again. You
Would
know?
you smoke a split for her? 5 years.
After 5 years?
Yeah.
And she comes knocking on your door with the Bible.
No, I don't know why you're
That's contradictory. Why you could they don't even beat up the spliff like that.
Fam,
Spliff
so
and
she
Bible.
can't do that.
She's Rasta now?
After, honestly, the 5 years wouldn't matter. Just like, do you have anything that I could catch through this spliff? Because like
5 years.
some things are
forgiveness.
permanent, bro. I don't know what her lifestyle is like. I'm gonna just go ahead and say no. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just say no.
All
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
How long to Sharon's Cuzzle's forgiveness?
Causes forgiveness for giving out free front for the last.
Yeah, for the last 5 years.
I mean,
5 years free, like beer front was
do
up.
your thing. I just can't meet with you. Like
No. How long until she be considered dateable? How long does she need to-
dateable.
yeah, how
That's
long does
crazy.
she need to walk with Christ in order to be considered dateable for my cousin?
A lifetime.
How
The
long?
rest of her lifetime.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Like he'll check her in the afterlife.
so
Yeah.
you both, all right, so she's never going to be acceptable for you.
No, see, now you're dissing your cost.
Well, you said lifetime, so I can only imagine that would mean like not during this one.
So I'm gonna check her later.
That's what he said.
I don't know.
I don't care what he said.
I was just adding shit. Like, I don't
What
know.
the hell?
You said
Like, that's
it's
a valid
lifetime.
point.
Maybe in the afterlife.
My cousin Smokey, he's gonna check her upstairs. Like,
I get 7. Like, how did you get in here? Well,
like?
since we're here.
Hey, it'd be 1,001.
yeah, that's not happening.
So there's nowhere in your heart you could forgive
Not
her.
for me to be able to date her. Like, I don't know. Not for me.
Okay.
There's no amount of time. I'd be like, nah.
So
like,
how long till you could bun a split for her comfortably?
I'm not bunning a spliff. I don't even bun a spliff with regular people like this. Like, I'm not bunning a spliff with her. Like, the hell?
Could she drink from your cup?
That's crazy as hell.
Dog, could she drink from me first?
You know,
Like,
Man said he's not smoking with her. Said, yo, but we're going to share a beverage. That's just,
yeah.
sounds more compromising, bro. I don't
Like,
know.
yo,
Sorry.
This guy doesn't respect
Yeah,
me.
you know I don't respect none. Anyhow, Lily Phillips has hosted another sex off recently where she inspired, well, I think she fucked like 50 guys or something like that in one day. She had them lined up around the corner. Yeah. Soft. Yeah.
What's going on with people? Like,
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You know, at this point,
Why is she doing that?
No, hold
Why
on.
are they trying to influence other gals?
I feel you. But at this point, I blame the mandem too. The mandem are part of the problem. You filthy niggas are
But
lining
these
up.
niggas, those are the 20%, those are the 80%.
So you're blaming the man, but I already knew the man.
No. The mandem I'm not blaming the mandem. I'm acknowledging the mandem's filth.
You
Like
know
you
that-
guys are perpetuating this shit because you guys are lining up around the corner, buddy in hand.
Nah, I
beside
gotta
man
blame
command.
her. You know, cause you know what it's like? It's like almost like roaches. Like imagine like there's certain people live in buildings.
The
with
mandem are
roaches.
roaches.
Yeah. They're just
crazy.
going, they're just drawn to the filth.
And
So
there's
yo,
just-
clean up yourself and there won't be roaches. Like that's how I feel.
It's
Ew.
crazy.
Like
looking
roaches
around.
exist. We're gonna be mad that roaches exist. Like it's gross,
So
but
the
they're
man over
here.
there smut
Just make
roaches,
sure
eh?
your crib doesn't have roaches.
Yeah.
Why? Her crib's full of roaches, fam.
And yo, I'm not gonna lie. If you find yourself enticed by this lineup, or you would find yourself over there, perhaps it's time to reevaluate your life. You smart roach.
What's the time limit for this one?
For
Oh,
what?
it was a day. She was doing it for a day.
Like, she did, but like the madam didn't have a time?
I don't know. I assume because there's less man, there's
I
more
assume
time.
they got more time. Maybe these are the VIP man. Them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
right? Maybe
You just look around, there's very different races.
I'm not gonna lie. It's
You know,
just,
it's like,
yeah,
crazy.
for sure. Niggas in ski
Yeah.
masks.
There's
Everything.
there's all kinds of mans, bro.
Yo, did you guys ever see the video of the Jamaican youth that got dragged out by his mom? He was in
Yeah,
line and his mom came- Yo, dog, that made me laugh.
That's crazy as hell.
That's-
Yeah.